Do you think our parents ever will treat us like the adults that we become? Or do you think in their eyes that they will always see us as a kid or as a teenager that was living under their roof? Well, today's Reddit story comes from the subreddit Am I the A-hole? And the OP wants to know if she's the a-hole for charging rent to her stepdad and her mom who's currently living with her. Let's get into it. It's titled, Am I the a-hole for putting my foot down and charging rent when my stepdad started telling me what to do in my own house? My stepdad, 55 male, has been married to my mom, 52 female, for about 5 years. They were doing alright but hit hard times and eventually had their house foreclosed on. So they moved in with me, 27 female. They've been living here for about 2 or 3 months now. And it's been going okay until last week. Also, my stepdad has been working a part-time job but has had a full-time employment since then. Anyways, I feel like some of the issues started since I've been on vacation, which I have for 2 weeks. Sometime during the first few days, he saw me heading out and made some sort of comments regarding my outfit. He said the shorts were too short and that I should reconsider. We fought about it back and forth until I just decided to leave because I was tired of reasoning with him anymore. He's been making a lot of these comments in various times and various different ways. Example, skirt or shorts are too short, your belly's showing, etc., etc. I told him to stop and he says okay and then starts up again. I can't say I understand. I think the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when I had my boyfriend over. I told my mom about it as well and she said that she doesn't support it but that this is a dispute between him and I that needs to be solved. He stayed until maybe 10:30, 11 p.m. and left. My stepdad didn't say anything while he was there, but he emotionally employed it after he left. He said it's wrong to have guys over this late and to be in my room with them alone. He said that we don't stand for these things in our house. I responded to him that he can stand for whatever he wants in his house, maybe even in the hypothetical our house, but he can't tell me what to do in my house. I told him that the days of him making unsolicited comments at me needs to end. On top of that, I told him that from here on out, I'm charging $400 a month rent with a month-to-month agreement. On top of that, if he continues to make comments, this agreement is over and he'll be out of the house as soon as I am able to make it happen. My mom was upset at first about it, but I was able to calm her down. First, I told her that she told me that it was up to us how to solve this dispute, and this is how I decided to solve it. Secondly, I told her that he's been staying a while and starting to charge rent would really make my life a bit easier for as long as he stays. She was a bit more amenable to that second point. Stepdad is just overall quite pissy. He hasn't told my mom or I his thoughts on the on the arrangement since he yelled at me about it the night of our big argument, but he is generally ignoring me when he can. Now, before I get to the comments section, I have something to say. This stepdad, first of all, does not appreciate the fact that the OP was letting him and her mom live with her rent-free before this entire situation blew up. Secondly, sounds like he's just an entitled, overbearing person who just wants to control every little thing. Stepdad keeps on forgetting that he is staying at OP's house. It's not his house, okay? Even if technically they are living there together, overall, it's still OP's house. She can do whatever she wants. She is 27. She is old enough to make her own decision, and you're there as basically a guest. You have no control over her. And the fact that you have to make those comments like, oh, shorts are too short, your belly's showing, oh, your boyfriend is staying over here too late, he shouldn't be staying out like that. Dude, She's an adult. Let her be herself. You're just there. Why are you causing all this trouble? You should just be grateful that she even let you live with her. Anyways, let's see what the comment section have to say. First commenter says, not the a-hole. I think your boyfriend needs to come over a lot more. I think you need to assert your dominance over your home each and every day. If they get too comfortable, they won't be incentivized to get their own place. OP responds by saying, that's actually a good idea. Maybe he should move in because if the threat of eviction doesn't stop him, maybe see my boyfriend will. Ha 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 ha. Boyfriend hasn't been over since the incident, but he hasn't made any comments on my clothes at all, so maybe he's improving. Or maybe he just doesn't want to get evicted. Who knows? Well, maybe after that threat that OP gave Stepdad, maybe he is changing his way, huh? Another commenter says, boyfriend movie night at least twice a week. Friends over for game night once a week. Dance party night, etc. Enjoy your house. OP responds by saying, now, where to find friends to make this happen? I do feel like Stepdad is making progress towards leaving on his own, but dang, it's a slow process. He hasn't made any comments since, and my mom said he's planning to pay the first month rent soon, so I'll be good for now. Okay, so it looks like they are making progress here. Another commenter suggested, I suggest you find a simple rental agreement form for your state and get him and your mom to sign it. Get all the expectation in writing. Rent by X by Y date, cleaning and cooking agreements, quiet hours, any rules for them to have guests, and reconfirm month to month with expectation to move out at the X amount date. I was in a bind years ago and a good friend took me on for 4 months. Me signing her rental agreement made all the rules clear and kept our relationship solid. I think that's a really good advice that OP should take on. Anyway, so OP does provide an update to this. Now let's get into it. Update. So I talked to a lawyer friend shortly after making the post. Apparently, my state does indeed have laws giving tenancy after staying for a bit. They are legal tenants as it stands, unfortunately. So I decided on a month-to-month agreement where Stepdad pays $400 a month. On top of that, I felt a few punitive measures were fair, at least temporarily. I placed an 8:30 p.m. curfew on him for anything not work-related. I also disallow him from staying in the common area anytime I have anyone over, period. I also placed the majority of the chores in the house as his responsibility as well. For instance, for as long as he stays, he is responsible for cleaning the place entirely. Absolutely every room in the house, no exceptions. Living room, any bedrooms, bathrooms, including showers, toilets, and sinks, dishes, you get the picture. Of course, I can't force him to do anything, but he won't stay in my house for long if he doesn't. I know it's a bit mean for sure, but I felt there has to be some punishment for his actions. Mainly, I say that any further comments, non-payment of rent, or violating his punitive rules or chore requirements would result in me not rewarding the month-to-month lease and an eviction as fast as I possibly can. For now, we've been living with this arrangement for a few days and he's paid his first month. He hasn't made any off-putting comments or anything like that. If anything, he doesn't talk to me basically at all. My mom is still talking to me though. She agreed that she should intervene if and when he says something again. But of course, hopefully, nothing happens again. She did tell me that Stepdad told her that the $400 a month was a lot given his current income from his part-time job and that he finds doing all the chores tiring. But I told her it was final there and that's it. Also, my boyfriend has been able to come over when he wants to without me being in trouble for it. He already never bothered my boyfriend directly, but now he kind of just cold-shouldered him and I both. My boyfriend doesn't care and finds it amusing, so it's fine. Well, it sounds like it's a win-win for OP. It sounds like she's making progress. She gets control of her house again. Her stepdad is put in his place. And hopefully the stepdad will continue to abide by those rules, or else OP is just gonna kick them out. Anyways, do you have any advice for the OP in regards to this? Do you think OP was the a-hole for making her stepdad pay rent? Or do you think it was she's doing what's right? Let me know in the comments section. Anyways, if you like these types of stories, to continue to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.